People have always explored. From the dawn of time through the new millennium, we've continued to discover what has previously been unknown. Thousands of years ago, the Native Americans came from Asia across the land bridge to the New World. They spent centuries exploring this new land and building new civilization and empires. In the late 1400s, Europeans discovered this new world by accident while they were trying to find shorter routes to the Indies. You will be introduced to some of the great explorers that filled in the map with lands that were previously unknown to Europeans. You'll understand about why they sailed, where they sailed, what they found, and how they treated each other and the people that they met. Behind your exploration along one of these two routes we recently discovered, the first route takes you through an introduction to why Europeans explored through the age of exploration. Then you can choose famous explorers by the country they sailed for. The second route is the more experienced explorer who's ready to hop on board. On this route, you can go directly to Explorer timelines and choose from a list of famous explorers. There's also games that we're going to be introduced to, but I'm just going to lead you in. Let's just pretend we're all first-time explorers. Route 1. Why explorers explored. So why did Europeans explore the world during the age of exploration? Many different European countries paid for explorations for many different reasons. Some of the reasons that they explored were 1. To find a sea route to the spices of Asia, to find gold, silver, and precious stones, to expand their knowledge of the world, to control a larger empire, to expand Christianity, and to find furs. Regarding spices, the sea route in search of spices. In the 1400s, there was no refrigeration. To prevent meat from spoiling, people drowned their meat in salt to preserve it and dry it. They also used a lot of spices like pepper to cover up the taste of the salted or spoiled meat. Unfortunately for Europeans, these spices did not grow anywhere in Europe. They are only found in Asian countries like China, Japan, and India. Hence, these are referred to as the Indies. It was very difficult to get the spices from Asia to Europe. Spices had to be brought across thousands of miles, dangerous mountains, and the alternative was to bring the spice by ship, and the sea voyage, which also is dangerous because of pirates and storms. It was so difficult to spices from Europe, spices were very expensive. Here's an example of the land route from Asia to Europe. So basically they started in the south of Europe and they spread east, down into India, and continued west through Asia over to Japan and China. In 1453, spices became more and more expensive and difficult to find in Europe when the land route from Asia was cut off by the Turkish Empire. There was lots of battles. European rulers tried several times to defeat the Turks in battle, but they returned back time again. Several European rulers finally decided to find a route around the Turkish Empire. If the country could find a way through these valuables, they would be rich. I'm going to stop after this one. I just want to show you the major European powers in 1500. We had England, France, the Turkish Empire, which took over much of Europe, Spain, Portugal. So as you can see, England, France, Spain, Portugal made up only like half the size of the Turkish Empire. I'm going to stop this and then we continue.